Out. Okay, this has been a big day for the tropics. We, of course, this morning had a tropical depression. It is now Tropical Storm Barry, and that officially was named about 8 a.m. and it had winds of 40. The updated with the hurricane hunters have updated the latest sustained winds now a little stronger at 45 miles per hour. As long as it stays over this very warm waters in the Bay of Campeche, could even go a little higher, but at this point still likely to stay a tropical storm before landfall because it's running out of real estate. Notice it's making a move toward the coast right now, moving out toward the northwest at 12 miles per hour and actually picking up a little speed. So I think by later this evening we will have a landfall. Once we see that, we'll start to see the weakening, but before then maybe 10 inches plus of rain, looking for flash flooding and landslides or mudslides out there in Mexico. So we'll continue to check on our friends there. You can see those tropical storm warnings still in effect for the coastal areas of Mexico. And as we look closer to home, okay, here's Tampa, Miami, the Florida Peninsula. We've got something we're watching. That's right. We've got a shaded area from Jacksonville to Tampa. That's a 20% chance of tropical development. But here's the key. Very slow development. It wouldn't happen until later this week, likely Thursday at the earliest. And the low pressure that's possible, it's just a potential low pressure at this point. So we're not really tracking a low right now or tropical low or anything like that. But what we are watching is a front in the Midwest bringing some stormy weather to Missouri. Once that front moves down in here into the deep south, it's going to get over that warm water. We could have some more spin and then that low pressure could form. So that's why right now still a low risk, but at the same time, look where that risk is right over us here at home. So we'll keep a very close eye on this through the week. And regardless of development, it does look like our rainy season will really kick up even more as we head into late week and into the 4th of July weekend. Now, we look at that window of opportunity as we head through the next couple of weeks, and you can see we do have a trough of low pressure off the east coast of Florida. So the trough will add more uplift to the atmosphere. So one thing's for sure, we've got the weather impact alerts going much of the week, okay? The rest of this afternoon till 7 o'clock. Once again for our Monday. Monday, we could even see some morning showers and storms. So we'll have that weather impact alert in the morning and the afternoon. As we look at the Euro, my favorite model to look at, especially when we're watching the tropics, you can see, yeah, it looks about the same every day. Very active, although Tuesday and Wednesday, fewer storms for a couple days. And then really, as we head into the 4th of July, Thursday, 4th of July, starting to see that activity really increase across the area. But if you notice, yeah, trying to show some subtle hints of maybe an area of low pressure developing. So that's what we're going to be watching. And if that low pressure should form and develop over water, probably a higher chance of developing into a tropical system. Over land, less of a chance, and we'll go from there. So we'll take it day by day. Now, one thing's for sure, we said regardless of development, we've got that big trough I showed you on the Euro over the East Coast, so we're going to have a lot of lift in the atmosphere. So as we look at our excessive rainfall outlook, okay, so this is for water, for flooding. Really kind of the equivalent of our severe weather risk. When we show you the moderate, the slight, the enhanced risk, this would be excessive rainfall outlook. You can see a 0 out of 5 scale here. And as we go through the week here, let's look at the day together. We've got Wednesday. Still thinking most of that flood threat would be toward North Florida with that front. But by Thursday and Friday, notice this is where it changes. Thursday's the day we got to really start to watch. We got yellows popping up now here on the west coast of Florida with the potential tropical development. That's a telltale sign there. So that's a level 2 out of 5 risk for the flooding. And that's what my main concern is right now. Based on all the latest information we've been watching as a weather team throughout the day, it's the heavy rain and the flood threat, okay? And sometimes, of course, you can get some increased severe weather. But when you see rainfall like this, yeah, we got to watch it carefully. You can see 3, 4, 5 inches or more of rain, especially for the west coast of Florida, between now and next Saturday. All right, so a big rainmaker, and it's for all the travelers. This is for much of the Florida Peninsula. We're talking South Florida, Central, even up into North Florida.